Brian Powell of Iron Far here with Nick Clark before the 2014 Ultra-Trail Mount Fuji. How's it going, Clarky?
It's going well. Excited to be here.
First trip to Japan?
First trip to Japan, yeah.
You got that thing?
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, I'm like fresh off the boat. We got here to Kawaguchi, or whatever it's called, like an hour and a half ago. And coming down the highway, you know, Fuji just appears from nowhere. It's like, good Lord. So yeah, very impressive.
You've run plenty of mountains just as high, but the prominence of this mountain is just...
Well, we're just talking, yeah, so it's 12,000 feet, just a little over 12,000 feet, but we're at 1,000 feet here, so yeah, you're looking at 11,000 feet of elevation gain. So it's pretty...
Yeah, well, you're not climbing it this week, but you are running around it.
Running around it, yeah.
It's an awful early in the season for 100 miles. Yeah, you think your legs are ready? Your base is there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was February when I kind of decided to come out and do this, so I've been putting in the miles, getting ready, you know. Obviously the original plan was just to train through and to run Western States, but we've revised that a little bit and, you know, been banging out some miles and some verticals, so feel good. Been getting on the road a bit, covering some road miles. Obviously there's a lot of road on this course, so
you always kind of do that. You always maintain your speed, but
yeah,
this time with a little more purpose in the actual racing.
Right.
More specific application, I suppose.
Yeah, I haven't really tweaked it too much. I mean, had I really been thinking about it, I probably would have done a few more kind of 20 to 30 mile road runs at a good clip. But I just do what I do, you know. I do a tempo and some strength intervals, you know, one session each week. So I just kind of keep on that program.
And how's the winter been in the Front Range? Have you been able to get some steep training in?
Well, I don't think I've been hitting anything quite as steep as what we're going to apparently see on Friday, Saturday. But I've been getting vertical in, yeah. I actually got my my 100th Horsetooth summit. Horsetooth is my local little hill that I live next to. So I got that summit done the day before I left for Japan. We had a little party at the summit at 6 a.m. with some friends, and we hit a few shots of sake. So,
did you?
Yeah. So
you're getting in the spirit?
Getting in the spirit, you know, getting the karma flowing. So I'm going from my local mountain to Japan's mountain, and I'm excited about it.
Having a sake on both sides?
Having a sake on both sides, yeah. I haven't had a sake yet, but I will do...
Maybe this evening?
Maybe this evening. I'll pray a sahi this evening, but I'll probably pound a few sakes Saturday, Sunday, I'm sure.
Nice. Well, you have a long experience with 100-mile races, but especially last summer you had the real focus. Yeah. You know, time we had 4 in less than 3 months. Yeah. Any lessons from that you sort of having the time to think about it that you'll be bringing into this race?
Well, geez, I mean, you know, the big lesson from last summer was, you know, I kind of learned how to run hundreds, even though I've been doing them for a while, and you know, the lesson is to obviously run the race that you're going to run to get you to the finish line as quickly as possible. And for the 100-mile distance, I learned last summer was to really kind of be conservative. You know, that's no secret, but it's hard to apply in practice. So you know, hopefully I can be fairly conservative through the first 100K. And the way the course runs, you know, the action starts after 100K, so we'll see. But it's a lot of fast running for the first 100K, so I'll probably get carried away nonetheless.
I was gonna say, like, it's a little easier at a race like Vermont or Leadville or Wasatch to maybe not get carried away early. Right. Here you're gonna have a stable full of studs running out in front of you if you're doing that. Yeah. How do you actually?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just run with Joe. He's a little slower, so just kidding, Joe. Joe's over there, by the way. No, I don't know. I just go by feel. You know, you always have a game plan going into these races, but as soon as the gun goes off, that goes out the window. So we'll just see how it goes.
Nice. Well, best of luck out there and have fun.
Thank you, Brian. Oh. Bonus round, Joe. Come on. What do you got?
Bonus round. I don't think I've ever beaten you in a race.
Joe doesn't think he's ever beaten Clarky in a race.
I don't think I've ever beaten you in a race. I've tried hard to do that. It's never worked out. So how do I do that?
So Joe's asking, how does he beat Clark in a race?
Well, it's going to be dark and kind of treacherous from 100K up on that ridge in the Tianxi Mountains. So maybe a little elbow off the ridge there, and
Take you out?
Take me out. I mean,
back to your rugby days?
Back to my rugby days. Maybe that's the way to do it. I mean, if you're in contact, I don't know.
So it's going to take some physical contact.
I'll wait for you.
Okay. Ooh!
There we have it.
Yeah. Nah, Joe, we're going to work as a team.
That first hard rock, and then I got lost.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that didn't help me.
Yeah. I beat you at the 5K and 10K distance.
5K, 10K, marathon, speed goat. Yeah.
Maybe this week's the week.
Maybe some speed climbing. Like what do you got, Joe?
I feel like internationally,
his beard is even kind of like
it's gray, is what it is.
We both got pretty pathetic. Nah, Joe beats me on the techie stuff. We went out with Jurek. Do you remember when we came down like
the mummies?
It came down some like rock slide or something. Joe was off to the races. Clarky was being a little cautious, and Jurek was being very cautious.
I don't think I even beat Yazagama.
I think you were asleep by the time.
Did I beat Yazagama?
No.